At my baby shower, surrounded by pink balloons and gifts wrapped in delicate paper, my sister Melissa stood up to make a toast. "To Maya," she said, one hand resting on her own pregnant belly. "We're going to be moms together. Our babies will grow up as best friends, just like we did." Everyone smiled. Food. Took photos of us standing side by side, both pregnant, both glowing. Smiled too. Played along. Like I'd been doing for months. But my hand was in my pocket, wrapped around my phone. On my screen was a screenshot. A text message from Melissa's phone. One I'd found 3 weeks ago when I borrowed her charger. The message said, "How do we get into the delivery room when she's in labor? Can we use fake nurse IDs?" My sister wasn't pregnant. She was wearing a fake belly. And she was planning to steal my baby. My name is Maya Collins. I'm 29 years old. I have shoulder-length auburn hair that I usually wear in a loose braid, green eyes that people say look kind, and what my husband calls a calm presence. Steady, thoughtful, the person everyone turns to in a crisis. Right now, I was 7 months pregnant with my first child. Daughter. We'd already named her Sophie. And my sister was planning to take her. I grew up in Portland with my younger sister Melissa. We were close as kids. Only 2 years apart, shared a room until high school, told each other everything. But somewhere around age 16, Melissa changed. Became competitive. Jealous. Everything I did, she had to do better. I got into college. She applied to better schools. I got engaged. She got engaged 6 months later. I bought a house. She bought a bigger one. Our parents noticed but didn't intervene. "That's just how sisters are," Mom would say. "You're both ambitious. There's nothing wrong with that." Except it wasn't ambition. It was obsession. When I announced I was pregnant last year, Melissa's face went blank. Just for a second. Then she smiled, hugged me, said all the right things. But I saw it. The flash of something dark. Something angry. 6 weeks later, she announced she was pregnant too. "Isn't it amazing? Gosh. You'll be pregnant together. The babies will be so close in age." I tried to be happy. Tried to share the excitement. But something felt off. Melissa's pregnancy seemed different from mine. For one thing, she never looked sick. I had terrible morning sickness for months. Lost weight in my first trimester. Could barely keep food down. Melissa. Glowing from day one. Never nauseous. Never tired. Just perfect. "I guess I'm just lucky," she'd say with a shrug. Her belly grew fast. Too fast. At 12 weeks, she looked like I did at 20 weeks. At 16 weeks, she looked ready to deliver. "It's my second pregnancy," she explained when I asked. "Your body shows faster the second time." Second pregnancy. When was the first? "Oh, I had a miscarriage at 18. I never told anyone. That should have been my first clue." Melissa told everyone everything. She'd never kept a secret that big. But I was drowning in my own pregnancy exhaustion. Dealing with work, preparing the nursery, managing my anxiety about becoming a mother. I didn't have energy to question Melissa's story. Then came the doctor appointments. Or lack thereof. I asked her who her OB was. "Dr. Martinez," she said. "She's great. That's my doctor. I've never seen you there. I go on different days. Want to coordinate? We could go together sometime." "Oh, I prefer going alone. It's my quiet time." Ultrasound photos. The office didn't give me copies this time. Gender reveal. I want to keep it a surprise. Baby registry. I'm doing everything secondhand. More sustainable. Every question had an answer. Every concern had an explanation. But the explanations didn't quite add up. My husband Ryan noticed too. "Does Melissa's belly look weird to you?" "Weird how?" "I don't know. Unnatural. Like it's too round. Too perfect." That's a terrible thing to say. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying something feels off. I defended her. 'Cause she was my sister. Because I wanted to believe her. Because the alternative, that she was faking a pregnancy, seemed impossible. Why would anyone fake a pregnancy? Especially someone with a good job, a stable relationship, a normal life. Pushed the doubts away. Focused on my own pregnancy. On preparing for Sophie. Then 3 weeks ago everything changed. I was at Melissa's apartment, dropping off some maternity clothes I'd outgrown. She was in the shower. Her phone was on the kitchen counter, plugged into a charger. A text notification popped up. From someone named Tyler. I shouldn't have looked. I know that. But the preview showed part of the message. Did you order the fake ID for the hospital? Fake ID. For the hospital. Picked up her phone. It wasn't locked. She'd just been using it. The message thread was open. What I saw made my blood turn to ice. Messages between Melissa, Tyler, her boyfriend, and someone named Jenna. Hundreds of messages. Going back months. I scrolled, hands shaking. Tyler. How far along is she now? Melissa. 7 months. Due in March. Jenna. And you're sure you can pull this off? Melissa. The belly looks real. No one suspects anything. Tyler. What about the hospital? How do we get in? Melissa. I'm working on it. Maybe we say we're family. Or we get fake nurse uniforms. Jenna. This is insane. You can't just steal a baby. Melissa. She doesn't deserve to be a mother. She's always had everything. The perfect job, the perfect husband, the perfect life. For once, I'm taking something from her. I dropped the phone. Literally dropped it on the counter, backing away like it was a snake. Melissa wasn't pregnant. She was faking it. And she was planning to steal my baby. I grabbed my purse. Left without saying goodbye. Drove home in a daze. Ryan was in the kitchen when I walked in. Hey, how was Maya? What's wrong? I couldn't speak. Just handed him my phone. I'd taken photos of Melissa's messages. Dozens of screenshots. He read them, face going from confused to horrified to furious. She's planning to kidnap Sophie. I know. We have to call the police. And tell them what? That my sister has suspicious text messages. They'll say it's a family dispute. That we're overreacting. Maya, she's planning to steal our baby. I know. But we need proof. Real proof. Not just texts that could be explained away as dark jokes or misunderstandings. Ryan ran his hands through his hair. So what do? We gather evidence. We document everything. And we make sure she can never get near Sophie. Over the next 3 weeks, I became someone I didn't recognize. Paranoid. Vigilant. Obsessed. I tracked Melissa's movements. Followed her to what should have been doctor appointments. She went to coffee shops instead. Watched her meet with Tyler and Jenna at restaurants. Leaning close, talking in whispers. I hired a private investigator. A woman named Laura Chen who specialized in fraud cases. I need you to prove my sister isn't pregnant. Laura didn't blink. Fake pregnancy. That's a new one. But doable. Give me 2 weeks. She followed Melissa. Photographed her entering and leaving her apartment. Caught her on video walking into a costume shop. Walking out with a large bag. Then the smoking gun. Footage of Melissa in her apartment. Visible through a window. Taking off her clothes. Removing a prosthetic belly. Standing there, completely flat-stomached, talking on the phone. Laura got it all on video. Timestamp. Irrefutable. She's definitely faking, Laura confirmed. The belly is a pregnancy prosthetic. You can buy them online for about $300. She's been wearing it for months. Why would she do this? That's not my area. But in my experience, attention, competition, mental illness. Sometimes all three. I took the evidence to a lawyer. Explained the situation. Showed the texts, the photos, the video. What can we do? The lawyer, a woman named Janet Park, reviewed everything carefully. This is serious. Conspiracy to kidnap. Identity fraud if she's been telling medical professionals she's pregnant. Talking. Your sister could face significant criminal charges. I don't want to send her to prison. I just want her to stay away from my baby. Maya, your sister is planning to steal your infant from a hospital. This isn't something you can handle with a restraining order. You need to involve law enforcement. What if they don't believe me? With this evidence, they'll believe you. I filed a police report the next day. Met with a detective named Sarah Williams who specialized in crimes against children. Detective Williams reviewed everything. Text. The video of Melissa removing the fake belly. The timeline showing Melissa's pregnancy aligned suspiciously with mine. This is disturbing, she said quietly. But it's also solid evidence. We can move forward with charges. What happens next? We investigate further. Interview witnesses, her boyfriend, her friend Jenna. Confirm she's been lying to others about being pregnant. Build a case. Then we arrest her. When? Soon. But Maya, I need to ask, are you safe? Do you feel threatened? She doesn't know I found out. She thinks everything is fine. Keep it that way. Don't confront her. Don't let her know you're suspicious. If she realizes we're onto her, she might escalate. Might try to act before the baby is born. I was 32 weeks pregnant at this point. 8 weeks from my due date. 2 months to get through without Melissa realizing I knew. 2 months of pretending everything was normal. It was the hardest thing I'd ever done. Melissa called constantly. Wanted to go to prenatal yoga together. Shop for baby clothes. Plan a joint baby shower. It'll be so fun. Our babies will basically be twins. Smiled. Agreed. Made plans. All while documenting every interaction, every lie. Every moment she touched her fake belly and pretended it was real. Ryan wanted me to cut contact. Stop seeing her. Make an excuse. If I suddenly avoid her, she'll know something's wrong. We have to act normal until the police are ready to move. My baby shower was scheduled for when I'd be 35 weeks pregnant. 3 weeks before my due date. Detective Williams said, "We'll arrest her there. Public place, lots of witnesses. No chance for her to claim misunderstanding. We'll wait until she makes a toast or says something about her own pregnancy. Then we move in. At my baby shower. In front of everyone. I know it's not ideal. But it's the safest option. She'll be in custody before she knows what's happening." The day of the shower arrived. Sunny Saturday in February. My mom's house. Decorated in pink and white. 40 guests. Friends, family, co-workers. And Melissa, wearing her biggest fake belly yet. Looking 9 months pregnant even though she should only be about 7 months along. She hugged me when she arrived. "I'm so excited. 2 more months and we'll both be moms. I can't wait," I said. And I meant it. I couldn't wait for this nightmare to be over. The shower went normally at first. Games, gifts, cake. Melissa played along perfectly. Rubbed her fake belly. Complained about back pain. Acted every bit the expectant mother. Then came the toast. My mom went first. Cried happy tears. Talked about how proud she was. My best friend went next. Told funny stories about our friendship. Then Melissa stood up. Glass of sparkling cider in hand. Fake belly prominent under her pink dress. "I want to say something too." The room quieted. Everyone smiled at her. "Maya, you're going to be an amazing mom. I've watched you prepare for this. The nursery, the books, all the research. You're so ready." She paused. Smile. Placed her hand on her belly. "And I'm so grateful our babies will grow up together. They'll be more than cousins. They'll be best friends. Sisters like we are." People clapped. Someone wiped away tears. I saw Detective Williams near the doorway. 2 uniformed officers behind her. This was it. Melissa continued. "Being pregnant at the same time has been such a gift. We've shared this journey together. Ms. Melissa Collins." Detective Williams stepped forward. Melissa turned confused. "Yes. I'm Detective Williams with Portland Police. I need you to come with me." The room went silent. 40 people frozen, mouths open, not understanding. Melissa laughed nervously. Is this a joke? Some kind of shower game? No, ma'am. You're under arrest for conspiracy to commit kidnapping, criminal fraud, and stalking. What? I haven't. This is insane. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. My mother gasped. What's happening? There must be some mistake. I stood up. Slowly. Every eye in the room turned to me. There's no mistake. Melissa's face went pale. Maya, what did you do? I found the texts. On your phone. 3 weeks ago. What texts? The ones where you and Tyler planned to steal my baby from the hospital. Where you talked about fake IDs and getting into the delivery room. Shocked exclamations. My mother sat down heavily, hand over her mouth. Melissa was shaking her head. That's not, you don't understand. I also have video of you taking off your fake pregnancy belly. You're not pregnant, Melissa. You never were. That's a lie. Detective Williams nodded to the uniformed officers. They stepped forward. Miss Collins, place your hands behind your back. No. Maya, tell them. Tell them this is a misunderstanding. I felt tears on my face. Not sad tears. Angry ones. Betrayed ones. You were going to steal my baby. You planned it for months. You bought a fake belly. Created an entire fake pregnancy. Plotted with your boyfriend about how to kidnap an infant from a hospital. There's no misunderstanding. I wasn't going to hurt her. I was going to take care of her. Give her a good life. By stealing her. By traumatizing me. By pretending she was yours. Melissa was crying now. You don't deserve her. You have everything. Perfect job, perfect husband, perfect life. For once, I wanted something that was mine. So you decided to steal my child. The officers handcuffed her. Melissa fought, screaming, mascara running down her face. Let me go. Maya, please. I'm your sister. You stopped being my sister when you decided my baby was something you could take. They led her out. Through my mother's living room, past 40 witnesses, out the front door. Into a police car. The room erupted. Everyone talking at once. My mother sobbing. Friends surrounding me asking if I was okay, if I needed anything. Ryan was there, arms around me. It's over. You're safe. Sophie's safe. He nodded. But I couldn't stop shaking. Detective Williams approached. Maya, are you all right? I will be. What happens now? We process her. Search her apartment. We'll find the fake belly, any planning documents. Interview Tyler and Jenna. Build the case. She'll likely face trial. What kind of sentence? For conspiracy to kidnap. Could be 10 years or more. Especially given the premeditation. The elaborate planning. But that's for the DA to decide. After everyone left, after my mother's house was cleaned up, after the gifts were loaded into Ryan's car, I sat in our nursery at home. Sophie's room. Pink walls, white crib, stuffed animals on the shelves. Secure. Protected. Ryan stood in the doorway. You did the right thing. Did I? I just had my sister arrested at my baby shower. She was planning to kidnap our daughter. I know. But she's sick, Ryan. Something's wrong with her. And instead of getting her help, I'm sending her to prison. She made her choices. You're protecting Sophie. That's what matters. 2 months later, Sophie was born. Healthy, beautiful, perfect. I spent 3 days in the hospital, surrounded by security. No one got into my room without ID checks. No one held Sophie except me, Ryan, and the nurses. Melissa sent a letter from jail. I almost didn't open it. But I did. Maya, I'm sorry. I know you won't believe me. But I am. I was sick. Obsessed. Jealous. I've started therapy in here. They say I have something called delusional disorder. That I convinced myself I was entitled to your baby. That I could be a better mother. That it would fix everything wrong with my life. I don't know how to make this right. I destroyed our family. I destroyed myself. I just want you to know I never would have hurt Sophie. I would have loved her. In my twisted mind, I thought I was doing something good. I'm so sorry. I read it 3 times. Then put it in a drawer. Maybe someday I'd forgive her. Maybe not. Right now I had a daughter to raise. A life to build. A family to protect. Melissa's trial happened when Sophie was 6 months old. I didn't attend. But I read the verdict. Guilty on all counts. Sentenced to 8 years in prison, with mandatory psychiatric treatment. Tyler got 3 years for conspiracy. Jenna got probation. She'd cooperated with police, provided evidence, testified that she tried to talk Melissa out of the plan. My mother visits Melissa in prison. You don't. My mother says I'm being cruel, unforgiving, that Melissa needs family support. Disagree. Melissa needs consequences. Needs to understand that actions have results. That you can't plot to steal someone's baby and expect forgiveness just because you're sorry after you're caught. Maybe I'm cold. Maybe I'm harsh. But I'm also a mother. And my first job is protecting my child. Sophie is 2 years old now. Happy, healthy, completely unaware of the aunt who tried to steal her before she was born. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't found those texts. If I hadn't looked at Melissa's phone that day. Would she have gone through with it? Would she have actually tried to take Sophie from the hospital? Think she would have. The planning was too detailed, too elaborate. This wasn't a fantasy. This was a blueprint. And that's what I remind myself when guilt creeps in. When my mother calls crying, begging me to visit Melissa, to bring Sophie to meet her aunt. Melissa didn't just think about stealing my baby. She planned it. For months. With accomplices. With fake IDs and schemes and strategies. She chose this. Every step of the way. And I chose to protect my daughter. If that makes me the villain in someone's story, I can live with that. 'Cause Sophie is safe. Growing up loved, secure, protected. And that's all that matters. If you've ever had family try to take something that wasn't theirs, your success, your happiness, your future, remember this. You don't owe them access to your life just because you share DNA. Family is supposed to protect you, not plot against you. And when someone shows you who they really are, believe them the first time. I saw who Melissa really was. And I did what I had to do. No regrets. If this story resonated with you, tell me where you're watching from. Share your experience if you're ready. And subscribe. Because sometimes the people closest to you are the ones you need to protect yourself from the most.